Hello everyone, my name is Anastasia and this is my knitting podcast of the March. I'm glad to see you here with me. Today is the last day of March and I'm ready to show you everything that I was doing during this month, things that I was working on, my finished project and other crafts that occupied my attention. So without any long intro, let's get started. And first of all, I want to show you I think the only finished garment of this month. I think you recognize this sweater if you see my previous February podcast, knitting podcast. This is my pixel jumper. Pixel sweater, it's code name that I created for it, and my cats want to join us to help me with filming this podcast. This is Austin. He's almost 11 years old. It's Abyssinian cat, the most beloved part of our family. He loves when I'm filming something and sitting and tell you about something. For some reason, it makes him calm, and he always join me and help me with my vlogging. So yes, the reason why I named this sweater as a pixel jumper, because again, I repeat everything that I tell you in the previous podcast, just because maybe you are new on this channel. I knit this garment using 5 or 6 different cone yarn. If you're not familiar, it is very lace yarn on cones, Italian cone yarn. And I have maybe 4 of these, 4 of different colors in my stash, and I ordered 1 or 2 more to create this gradient from the lighter color till and end with the most deep bottle green color through this, I think, olive shades green color. And so I apply sometimes 6 strands of yarn. In some parts of this sweater, I was using 4 strands of yarn, depends of yardage or metrage of my cone yarn. So I started with, for example, 5 strands of yarn, then I delete 1 strand and add 1 strand of another colored yarn, deeper in shade. For example, I started with milky white, then added 1 yellow colored yarn, then I delete another white, milky white colored yarn and add another strand of yellow colored yarn. I think you got me. So moving this way, I deleted I deleted all bright colors and instead of them took all green colored yarn. When I was knitting this sweater for the first time, I didn't use any pattern, so I created in, with the flow. And first time I tried to remove all yellow or all bright color on this, I think, step. But it created this very sharp line, very like it looks more like color block and not a gradient. So I decided to leave 1 strand of yellow yarn and use it almost until the end of this sweater, and only ribbing I made with 1 color, with this deep green yarn. Same on the sleeves. It's so hard to hold this sweater, though it's so light. It's about 340 grams, and I can't tell you how many metrage or grams I spent of each cone yarn, but total number is 340 grams. This is weight of this sweater, so it's very light, and As I mentioned, I didn't use any pattern for it. This is saddle shoulder construction, raglan saddle shoulder, and I really like this construction. So I decided to create something myself. So my saddle is about, as I remember, 6 stitches. And one more reason why I decided to create something by myself without any pattern, because when you need something using cone yarn, your gauge is not typical. It's very difficult to find some pattern with the same, absolutely the same gauge as you have in your swatch. So I made the decision to create something myself. And in general, in like finished garments, I'm really glad how it turns on and how it looks on me. I think it's something very unique, and I like that I use a lot of my stash yarn. I still have lots of them, but I think it's first step, you know, when you're creating something using only your stash yarn. And the only thing that I changed, it's my neckline. I prefer more deeper neckline, but it's still gorgeous garment, really soft. Again, as this is a cone yarn that I have in my stash already, I don't know, maybe for about 4 or 5 years. So I don't really know like what it contains. As I remember, it is merino yarn, maybe with small percent of alpaca or mohair yarn. It's not very fluffy, but you have these long hairs in it. So I think it's alpaca wool that blooms a bit. Merino yarn pretty smooth in this yarn. So yes, it's difficult to talk about this garment because it's not something that you can tell you a lot of information about. It's not typical skein yarn that you have. You can tell how many skeins you need of this color and this color. This is another, you know. It's something more creative and unique way to create your garments using something that you already have, then to do something then you can repeat and tell everyone how to repeat this sweater. Of course, I will attach some photos on me with this in this garment, and I'm glad how does it looks on me, and I really love this saddle shoulder raglan. I'm not fan of classic raglan constructions. For some reason, it's not very comfortable. Don't feel really comfortable in it, so I prefer drop shoulder or set-in shoulder constructions. But saddle shoulder raglan, it works good. It's good. I don't want all garments in this construction, but a couple of it, yes. I think that's it. I was using US 6 4.0 millimeter needles for whole garments and 3 and 3.5 millimeter needles for my ribbing. For sleeve ribbing, I didn't change size of needles because I prefer more wide sleeves. I don't like this fitting sleeves on my arms. For some reason, in my knitting wardrobe, I prefer more loose and relaxed shapes. So I leave my sleeves as it is without any smaller ribbing, without changing needle size. Yes, I think that's it with this sweater. And I will show you another finished thing. It's not a sweater and a garment, it is my cross-stitch kit. In my February podcast, again, I mentioned that in March I'm planning to make cross-stitch kit that I have bought in December, I think, and it's perfectly suits for March. It looks like this. It is not frame. Okay, later. I will explain you a bit later what does it mean. So the kit looks like this. You see, it's I don't remember the name of this cross-stitch kit. I will leave you Amazon link on this kit because I have bought it on Amazon during these Prime days with small discount. To be honest, I'm in love with this kit, and with this picture, it's so colorful and spring vibe, especially with this bunny in the middle. It's more about Easter, something about Easter. Yes, at the same time you have a lot of vegetables in this garden that it's not connected with spring. But for me, the colors, this bright blue and orange and red and yellow, it's so springy. So yes, for me, I wanted to put this picture on my shelf starting this March, because now I have this kit on my this picture on my shelf, and it's really winter. I put it in December on my shelf, and during these winter months, it was really cool to have something like this, that creating this cozy winter atmosphere. And now with this blooming around me, I want to change this picture with this. The one thing that I finished it just yesterday. Yesterday in the evening time, I decided that I have to show you this kit in this video. The only thing that I didn't do is I still don't have a frame for this kit, for this picture, just because this kit in this frame is a Mill Hill frame as well, just right for this size of their kits, and they don't really colorful palette of frames. So I saw only dark green, dark blue, and some burgundy, dark red colored frames, and I don't think it's really suits for this picture and for these colors. I think it makes it more less bright and less positive vibe. So I ordered another one in green colored, but more bright green color, grass colored frame, and wavy frame. I don't know, maybe it's too much, and I still didn't get this frame. Maybe during my editing this video I already will have this frame with me, and I attached a photo of it. If not, I will show you what I choose in my next April podcast. So yes, about the kit, you see, it's not the easiest kit for beginners, because you have so much colors, thread colors and beads colors. Of course, any cross-stitch patterns with beads makes it more difficult, and backstitch. You have quite a lot of backstitch on this picture as well. So yes, I don't know if you're just started, don't use this pattern, but if you have this passion, and you still can do this. If you have passion and you desperately want to have something like this in your interior, in your home, you definitely should try. It's not so difficult as it looks like. It just takes time. So yes, I'm a fan of Mill Hill kits, especially these kits with beads, because it's quite small but very full and rich, and I love this combination of colors that Mill Hill using to create their kits. So I will not stop to buy them, but sometimes I really love just to buy some Etsy pattern and create my own kits, maybe change some color of threads. So yes, embroidery and cross-stitching is something that I not always, but regularly have in my craft plans, or sometimes I really got this inspiration and tension to start another cross stitch or embroidery pattern. And that's it for now with finished garments and finished crafts. And now let's talk about my project on my needles right now, what I have on my needles right now. And I will start with something that you already see after my February podcast, something that I started last month. And again, this is a cone yarn. I have this yarn in my stash for about maybe, again, 3 or 4 years. And finally, I decided, okay, enough. I should need something using it because it's gorgeous, luxurious, like gorgeous yarn. It's about half cashmere, half merino yarn. It is 950 meters per 100 grams. And I'm knitting this sweater using 3 strands of this yarn on 3.5 millimeter needles. You can use needles larger than this in, for example, stockinette, but this pattern, this sweater, I'm knitting using half fisherman ribbing, and this, this ribbing. If you're a loose knitter, you need to take needles smaller to make your ribbing more neat. And I'm a loose knitter, really loose knitter. Sometimes when I use patterns, for example, petite knit pattern or Morica knit pattern, I need to take needles half size smaller or even a size smaller, 0.5 millimeters smaller or 1 millimeter smaller, even 1 millimeter smaller, because I'm really loose knitter. That's why I'm using 3.5 millimeter needles for this. And last time I showed you, it was only back panel as I remember, and that's it. So my March was about knitting and frogging. Knit and frog. It's 2 things that I did the most. The back panel didn't change since then. So I finished this panel. After washing and blocking, it still looks really great. But when I started my front panel, I picked up stitches for both shoulders, then shaped neckline and knit half of the body. Then I washed and blocked it, and the length stretched a lot. It didn't become really wide, but really long, and my armhole became about, I don't know, 37 centimeters long. So it's unwearable. I had to unfrog almost half of the sweater, and I made my armhole about 26 centimeters long. I think in this very volume and wide and in this half fisherman ribbing, your armholes have to be longer than usual, just because of volume of this sweater, but not 35-40 centimeters. I think 25, 26, looks good. So I frogged, re-knit this part, then I made my neckline, and I used just 1 by 1 ribbing. I think with this half fisherman ribbing, this ribbing looks really neat, and I made it folded again because 1 ply 1 by 1 ribbing wouldn't suit such wide and volume ribbing, half fisherman ribbing, on my opinion. And now my front part looks like this, and my back looks like this. I like how does this part looks with this knitted sleeve. As you see, I started my left sleeve. I knit sleeve cup, and To be honest, I think sleeve turned out really white. I like it. I like white sleeves. So I don't like when my sleeve is really wide on the top and really narrow at the cuff. So I still don't know how to solve this problem. Of course, I'm making decreases. Maybe I will increase the pace of making my decreases, and with this speed up of decreasing, my sleeve became not so white as it is now. Or maybe I will add 6 or 8 decreases just right at the end of the sleeve without any ribbing at the very end. So I don't want to make any ribbing edges on this garment. I want it finished just as it is with this half fisherman ribbing, but we'll see. I'm ready to frock everything, to be honest, because again, it's a cone yarn. It behaves different way than the regular knitting yarn, and you never know, especially when I'm working with it without any patterns and without any like finished picture in my mind. So I was sure only with this back panel. It's something that I saw and I understood how I want it looks like, but whole garment, no. I don't have this vision of whole garment in my mind, and it can be in this way that after I finished whole garments, I will not like it, and I will frock everything, because this is again so luxurious yarn, and I want to have something using with this yarn in my wardrobe, and I don't want only have it in my wardrobe. I want to wear it as much as I can. So we'll see. Knitting this sweater is really slow because you need like 2 rows, and this is only 1 row. It looks only as a 1 row and gives you length only 1 row, because you need your knit stitches in a row below. So yeah, it won't be very fast finished garments. In the same time, to be honest, I don't need it right now. Because it's springtime. Tomorrow it's April 1st, so I think it's not necessary to speed up with this garment and to finish it next month. It can take time, and I'm ready for this. So yeah, that's it for now. One thing that I didn't mention is this: I washed this part of body, and yes, it bloomed, but not so much as my swatch. I don't have a swatch with me now. Maybe I will attach a photo of my swatch comparing with this garment with my sweater. So as the yarn blooms, it can critically change the measurements became really wide or really short. We'll see after my 2nd or 3rd washing and blocking. My next process on needles, it is accessories. I always have socks on my needles, almost always. And today I will show you my next start. This yarn, I bought this yarn in Texas, not far from our home, and so this yarn is not just sock yarn. It's some memories, and I want to create some socks that will remind me that period of our life in Texas, with all my love and all my warm feelings about this time of my life. This is Regia Energy Flow color. This yarn contains cotton. It's not regular sock yarn with only wool or merino wool and polyamide. It has 42% of wool and 33% of cotton and 25 polyamide. And this yarn a bit thicker. It's 300 meters per 100 grams. Recommended yarn is 2.53 millimeter needles, and I'm using 2.5 millimeter needles. And the most significant characteristic of this yarn is that it's boucle yarn. It's curly sock yarn with these small boucle parts, and it dyed in this with stripes. So the main yarn is gray, pinkish grayish color, and pink, deep blue, light blue, and olive colored stripes. I was thinking that I have never tried to wear half cotton, half wool socks at home, and I was thinking that maybe it's a good idea for this spring period of time when it can be really warm in the daytime, but mornings and evenings are quite cold, but not too cold as in the winter time. So we'll see. It's some small experiment for me. I have never tried to wear this type of yarn on my foot, and at the same time I have never tried to knit this type of yarn. Of course, it's more like fantasy yarn, not something regular. It's not smooth, it's really thick and squishy. Interesting. It's really interesting to work with this yarn. I can recommend you to try it. I've heard a lot of good reviews with this yarn, and it's highly rated. So I've just started my first sock. It will be a regular sock, starting with the calf and ribbing, and then stockinette. My favorite toe with double and triple stitches. I will link you a YouTube video how to knit this, and I added gussets. It's difficult to show you something on this yarn because it's so fluffy and colorful, so just believe me. And this is my first one sock. I'm working with this yarn and with these socks only during my after school classes of my kids, so it will be a quite long process. I think about 2 or 3 weeks. I will be working on these socks. Hope I will show you finished garment in my next podcast. And the last project on my needles, it is spring summer lace cardigan. Oh, I didn't bring the yarn. I will attach you a photo. So now this time it's regular knitting yarn. This is knitting for olive cotton merino yarn. It is 70% cotton and 30% merino. 250 meters per 50 grams. So I've got this yarn maybe 2 years ago, and since then I didn't actually know what I want to create using this yarn. This is mostly cotton yarn, so obviously it should be something spring summer, but I don't like to wear wool, and it's 30% of wool in my t-shirts or some tank tops, something like this. So I decided to create cardigan, lace cardigan. Again, I knit this garment without any pattern. To be honest, I made quite a lot. I know it looks strange. I will explain you everything right now. So for now it looks somehow like this. This is my back panel. So this is drop shoulder construction. I started with my back panel, and it will be whole lace cardigan with these lace blocks. You see, for now I have 4 blocks of different lace motifs. It was very big swatch for this cardigan. Unfortunately, I don't have it on with me right now because I frogged it to use in this cardigan, because I have only 8 skeins of this yarn, and definitely it's not enough because I knit this using 2 strands of cotton merino yarn on 3.5 millimeter needles. Again, you can definitely use bigger size of needles if you're not for me because I'm loose knitter, and with this all endless number of yarn overs and decreases, my knitting became even more loose, so I have to take a smaller size of needles to keep these garments neat. So about construction, as I mentioned, it is a drop shoulder cardigan. I started with this back panel. I created first lace motif block, and between blocks I decided to put some like folded edges. I think this combination looks great, so in the same time you have this whole stockinette edges and whole lace motif blocks. Usually when we are working on our drop shoulder construction, we made this back panel, then put stitches put stitches rest on our needles, then work on our first shoulder, the second shoulder, and then connect everything in a round. But this yarn is really drapey and stretchy, and I decided that I want to add 2 seams on the back of my cardigan to make it more like stable. And same with my shoulder seam. I didn't just pick up stitches for one shoulder and for another shoulder. First, I made a crochet row to make this seam more unstretchy and more stable. And only after that, I picked up stitches with my needles and started to create front panel. So right now, I don't finish back panel because I was thinking that this length is enough, but after I started my left shoulder panel, I realized that it was too short, so I added one more panel, lace panel, and this one is not just regular lace motif, it's combination of lace and ribbing. So I create this edge in lace motif pattern, but with knit and purl stitches. And I still can't understand what edge I see in this garment. So should I just bind off stitches, or should I add small ribbing, or should I maybe make this folded edge as I have in the middle of my cardigan? I still can't understand, and I still didn't realize how to finish the edge of this cardigan. So again, I just put stitches on hold and started to work on my right shoulder panel. So yes, my plans is to finish with this both panels, then finish the back panel with this half lace, half ribbing motif. And then I will start working on my sleeves. And my sleeve, again, I will be creating them back and forth and back, not in a round. Just because I want to add seam on my sleeves as well. So it will be one long seam starting with the bottom of my body, and then continue on the sleeves and finished with my cuff, on my cuff. Again, this is project with so many doubts because I don't see finished garments. It's really difficult for me to understand how this cardigan should look in the finish, in the end. So I'm just go with the flow and creating something like step by step without any knowing that it would work out. And of course, 8 skeins is not enough for me. So I ordered 3 more, and I'm still not sure that it will be enough. I'm afraid that dye lot will be different and it will be noticed color changes in my cardigan. So I'm planning to mix 1 stand of yarn from my stash and 1 stand from my new ordered yarn. I hope it will help me to make this color difference in colors less noticeable. And I didn't mention that this color named wheat, as I remember. One more thing, I'm afraid that this cardigan became really wide. In the same time, I really love this shape because I don't really like a cardigan with a little ease. But again, I'm ready to frog everything. It's okay. When you starting something just from your head, without any pattern, without any picture, it's okay. I think it's part of the process. I just trust the process and really enjoying it. That's all that I'm waiting for from my knitting. I already have enough garment, enough sweaters and cardigans in my wardrobe. So now I can just make the process because of process, not because of the results. And comparing with my previous this half fisherman ribbing sweater, I can wear this cardigan really soon. So I think this will be more prioritized now. I really want to finish it as soon as I can, at least finish and understand if I like it or I don't, and unfrog it and starting to creating something new. So yes, I think in April it will be maybe not a finished garment, but closer to a finished garment than it is right now. We'll see. Stay in touch. And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you've got some maybe inspiration. And now I really will be waiting for your comments and your thoughts about everything that I showed you. And of course, we will see each other in my next April podcast. So happy knitting and bye.